All right, this is an exciting day on the homestead. We are adding super to our beehive. I did an inspection last week and looks like our colony is doing really well. Our brood box is like 3/4 full of brood, and so that's when you put your super on. So we've worked really hard this summer, or this spring rather, to get them up to speed and healthy. And so anyways, we're going to add our super on today, show you kind of what that looks like so they can start producing honey for us, and eventually hopefully we'll be able to show you a video where we're harvesting the honey. So anyways, stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that we got to do is we've got to take the roof and top cover off of our hive. And then I'm going to see if there's any extra wax buildup on the top. And what I'm going to do is, if there is, I'm going to take that wax buildup, I'm going to remove some of that and then spread it on some of our super frames so that they think that that's their own wax. And it kind of gets them jump started. So I've got my smoker lit. We use this to kind of calm the bees down. So I'll show you kind of how to use that here in a little bit. And we'll get started. Right, the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm going to puff some smoke in their entrance. This basically, this does calm the bees, but it also just lets them know, hey, someone's here. I'm about to come in. Everything is okay. And then we'll start taking the cover off. So I did a pretty thorough inspection to make sure that the queen wasn't on the underside of this queen excluder. But I do like to just give this a good shake, just in case, right over the hive, because the queen can't fly. So if you lose her, it's really not a good scenario. So what I like to do is just give this a good shake. So that way all the bees that were on it can just drop right down into the hive. And then that extra wax that I was telling you about, I do have some. So I'm gonna remove that and use that here in a little bit. And I'll show you what that'll look like. What I'm going to do with the wax that I just carved off of their brood box is I'm going to take just a little bit, I'm going to kind of scrape it in here. Let's sweep these bees away a little bit.
So tell everyone what you just did, because your wife made a horrible accident and didn't press the button.
So what I did is basically put the queen excluder back on top of the brood box so that the queen can't go up there and lay eggs, because you don't want eggs in the same place where you're harvesting your honey. So that basically ensures that only their female worker bees can go up there and start producing honey for you, put honey in those cells, cap them, it ferments a little bit, and then it gets ready for you to harvest. And then
which the queen excluder was that black mesh looking thing.
Yep. And then I put my super on, which is this top box here that didn't used to be on there. And what's really cool is from here on out, the kids, whenever the bees calm down, we can actually come out without a bee suit. But we can open up this window and we'll be able to see the bees working. You see those bees in there?
Yeah.
So it'll be a really, really cool
very brave
season for the family, for the kids to watch the bees work. It's kind of like an ant farm almost. I don't know if you had one of those as a kid, but now we get to watch the bees kind of go out, forage, come back, work the hive, sustain the colony, and then eventually make honey for the family. So anyways, we're gonna put the roof back on here. If you have any questions about what we just did, let us know, and we'll try to give you some more content on that.